Good morning. Happy Wednesday, March 4. Thank you for spending the morning with me this morning. I wanted to share another story about recognizing um, God's hand in the difficult times, or raising my Ebenezer, recognizing when God has worked in my life. And today, because it's March 4, if you're in the family, you know that it's one of my cousin's birthday. Tragically, we lost him 4 years ago, but today was his birthday. So, thinking about him this morning and his family, my aunt and uncle, and his brother, and his kids, and all of us today, just taking a minute to reflect. But the story I want to share is the week leading up to losing my dad. We had, it was just I can't explain it. It was just a special time. It was a hard time, difficult time, one of the most difficult times in my life, probably the most difficult time in my life uh, thus far. um, but there were so many things that came out of that week that we can point to specifically as blessings and as things where we recognize that God was at work. And one of those things was specifically we had all family, so many family members came up and were able to spend all, if not most of that week, or all of the week, or just parts of the week. Just most of our family members were able to come up. My dad's brothers and a lot of my cousins were there. And uh, looking back, I'm so thankful that two of my cousins were able to be there, and that was my cousin Tim, who we lost. It was about a year and a half after my dad. And I'll tell you that later too. But also Tom. Tom was able to put his family in the car, brought my aunt out with him, brought his mom out with him, to be able to, um, especially to be able to bring his mom and him to be able to see my dad before he passed. And that was so special. But just thinking that, that was the last time most of us got to see Tom. And so it was just so special because we hadn't seen him for a long time. And it was just special, especially now looking back, that he was able to make that trip out. And we got to see him and spend time. And just, it was a nice visit, even though it was in a tragic time, or not tragic, but it was just uncomfortable, an unhappy time, obviously. But it was just really special that we got to see him. And I believe that was God's hand. I believe that God was able to bring us together and brought him here. And so, thinking of Tom today, and all of you family, especially Aunt Julie, Uncle Vince, um, Vincey, sorry, my cousin Vince, and of course his kids and everybody else. So, thinking of Tom today, and um, but just praising God that we were able to see him, and that we were able to spend that time and reconnect. And I just am so thankful for what God does for us, even in the midst of difficult times. God is faithful. And even though it didn't end great then as well with losing Tom, I know that we'll see both Tom and my dad again someday when Jesus comes. And I'm looking forward to that so much. So, love you all. Bye.